The political deadlock that stalled U.S. government business and exposed deep divides within the Republican Party has finally been broken. After 15 rounds of voting, the U.S. House of Representatives has a new speaker.
And that you will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office on which you're about to enter. So help you God.
Yes, I do.
Congratulations and Godspeed.
That was the scene early this morning. Republican Kevin McCarthy getting sworn in as Speaker. McCarthy was finally able to win enough votes, overcoming a faction of hardline opposition within his own party. CBC's Natalie Collada has been tracking the latest on this political saga that was really quite something we haven't seen in, I guess, more than 100 years. Natalie, walk us through what happened.
And the pressure, Jennifer, was growing with each passing day for McCarthy to somehow find the votes that he needed, or if he couldn't, simply to step aside, because Congress could not fully function until a new speaker was chosen. The incoming Republican chairman of the House Foreign Affairs, Armed Services and Intelligence Committees had all said that national security was at risk with this, that staff were at risk of not getting paychecks as well. Now, all that said, after 15 rounds of voting, a number of concessions also were made by Kevin McCarthy. He has now become the U.S. Speaker of the House. The final tally for the vote, though, still very close, 216 to 212. But it did not happen without some drama. As we just mentioned, McCarthy was being blocked by about 20 far-right colleagues. Their concern was really that he was not conservative enough. The group there was led by Matt Gaetz, a Republican from Florida. At one point, a Republican from Alabama started to charge towards Gaetz. Another Republican had to physically pull him back. Eventually, though, McCarthy was able to swing those votes, winning that position. Here's more from him.
I may not know all of you, some of you are new, but I hope one thing is clear after this week. I never give up.
And he certainly did not since 1859 had it taken this many rounds of voting to elect a speaker. The longest time it took to ever elect a speaker was back in 1855. It dragged on for months, 133 ballots, debates over slavery in the run-up to the Civil War. That was what kind of preempted this. So we'll have to watch very carefully the fallout of this, Jennifer.
Well, and part of that fallout, Kevin McCarthy may have won the vote for U.S. House Speaker, but he gave away a lot in the process, and many are concerned now about the weakened powers of his position. What are you seeing?
That's right. So he won the vote, but at what cost? We know that he had to sort of make some concessions, including giving rank-and-file lawmakers more influence in drafting passing legislation, and at the heart of it, a reinstatement of a rule that would allow a single lawmaker to make a motion to, quote, vacate the chair, essentially calling for a vote to remove the speaker, in this case himself, along with other concessions like having more people on different committees. And that there, Jennifer, really changes the game for us here in Canada. Here's why.
Committee assignments are incredibly important in our system here in the United States, and Canada and Canadian interests will have to interact with each of the committees. Ways and Means, as an example, handles trade. There are, procurement, protectionism, foreign relations, all of these things. Who is in the chair and who gets to chair those subcommittees is awfully important.
Awfully important, and we will see what impact it could have here in Canada. All of this, of course, we are continuing to watch.
Thank you, Natalie. Natalie Collada.